This is November 20th, 2014, and this is the time when you have to start thinking about little ways of bringing up the humidity. And somebody did ask how I managed to keep the humidity up, and I told them, you know, you just have the substrate moist, you have plants, you miss the plants, missed your turtle, make sure that they're hydrated in that way, and I don't use a humidifier. So I've covered all that in another video. What I'm covering today is, this is long fiber sphagnum moss. And what I do with this is I rinse it in a bucket of clean, warm water. It's the way I do it. Now, maybe other people does it differently. Then, after I rinse it, I squeeze out the excess water as much as I can get out. And then I put it over on a newspaper and spread it out and let it partly dry to the point where it's not wet, it's just moist, and add it to the substrate. So what I did quite a while back, because I just use this off and on. I got this from, it's called Lucky Leaf Products, and this is 2.8 kgs bale. Basically, it's just, I don't know what that means. But the point is, I got it in like a block, a big block. So I don't know whether they're even still in business. I don't have a clue. But you can get long fiber sphagnum moss at like probably Lowe's, Home Depot, but you're not going to be able to get a big chunk of this. Now, if you go to a place where they sell plants and flowers and things like that, they might be able to order it. Or you can, I'm sure, get it online, but probably not as a big of a thing as what this is, because it, like I say, it's been a while. So guys, gosh, I rambled again. But I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to get out some pieces that I'll show you what I do if there's like stems and stuff. Okay, I was going to show you how I cut these off. If it's intermingled with the sphagnum moss, these little sticks that's in it, it could poke your turtle's eye, and so you want to take anything like that out of the sphagnum moss. Now, about sphagnum moss, this is all I'm going to use. I spread it out thin. It'll dry more quickly this way. But the issue that I have with sphagnum moss is I have a lot of critters in Sparky's habitat, the roly-poly sow bugs and the superworms and some superworm beetles. And the problem is that the critters will eat this up. And sphagnum moss is not cheap, and especially if you go to a pet shop and you buy a little pack of it, you'll see for yourself the long fiber sphagnum moss. Now, I have nothing against it, but I find that the plain old Eco Earth, if you buy it in bulk and do it according to the instructions, and then you gather leaves in the fall, then that's really, I don't see where this is. And if you have plants in there, you miss the plants. The sphagnum moss is not an absolute necessity. It's nice and it looks pretty, but I find that it just disappears, and so does the leaves disappear, but the leaves are free. And so we bag up a lot of them in the fall when they're dry. You want to make sure you gather them when they're dry, and bag them up in plastic bags, and like the commercial grade plastic bags, the big ones, and we go that route. And I use very little bit of sphagnum moss. I'm just basically showing you what it looks like, and I'm just showing you an option to use to bring up the humidity. It's just you want to make sure and not put it in there wet. I have put it in there too wet before, in the evening, and have about drove Sparky crazy. I wanted to bring up the humidity and put a bunch of this in, and he absolutely hated it. So I'm going to just put a little bit in a small area. I probably won't even put this whole amount in, just a little bit. Give him a trial and error area to try it out, because he's picky and he doesn't want this all over his habitat. Because he's let me know, he started pushing and shoving on his habitat, letting me know that he did not want me to add all that sphagnum moss. So you want to make sure when you add it, it's just moist and not soft and wet. So guys, that's it. I just put a little section there for Sparky with the sphagnum moss, and I let it, you know, it's just moist, and I have some heat over it, and he doesn't seem to mind it one bit. Do you, Sparky?